In this video, we're going to look at bearings. So, what are bearings? Well, bearings are used to measure angles in real life situations. So we use them usually for navigation, and the most important thing to remember is they are always measured from north. So imagine your protractor set on your table, 0, 0, 0 is north, and if we move clockwise round, we get through the rest of the 360 degrees on your protractor. So we have to move clockwise, and we also must make sure we always use 3 digits. So for example, rather than having just a bearing of 60 degrees from north, we would write 060. If you consider a bearing of 240 degrees, it's measured clockwise from north all the way round. It's a reflex angle, isn't it? And 330, exactly the same, is measured from north, being 0, 0, 0, right round. So a bearing of 330 degrees would be in that direction. So let's look at some examples of the sorts of things you're going to have to do. So first of all, let's look at that compass again. So if we are thinking first of all about moving east, well, what bearing would that be? And you should come to the same conclusion as me, that that is a 90-degree angle. So making sure we remember to have 3 figures on our bearing. That is a bearing of 0, 9, 0. West is going to be right round, a reflex angle. And if we think of the right angles, you can conclude that this is going to be 270 degrees round clockwise from north. So west is 270 degrees. Northwest, well, that's going to be right round there. Now, if northwest to west is 45 degrees, we're going to have to do an extra 45 degrees on top of that 270. So northwest is going to be 315 degrees. If we look at south, well, south is going to be straight at 180 degrees because it's straight down. And southeast is going to be the 90 degrees up to east and then another 45 degrees. So that's going to be 135 degrees. Okay, one further example. Let's have a read of this one. And you've got to read this very, very carefully to get it right. A ship sails from A to B on a bearing of 060. So I suggest we start by drawing a picture. So if we start at A here and we make sure we draw a north arrow, then we're going to be moving on a bearing of 60 degrees. It's going to be in that direction there. So we've got 60 degrees there. And after that movement there, we are at B, or we're moving towards B. So what bearing must we sail if we are to return from B to A? Well, imagine you're at B and you're measuring. We have to draw another north arrow from where we are. And we measure clockwise round from there. So what we need to work out is what that angle there is. Now, to make this a bit easier, let's just put a little dotted line in there, and then hopefully we can see that we've got the 180 degrees there on the right hand side of that dotted line, and of course we must have 60 degrees here. So the combination of the two gives the bearing as 240 degrees. And that is how we solve some bearings problems. That's all you need to access the work. Good luck.